Hey everyone, it's Zen Linus. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the questions I get asked by people who don't have locks. Number one question I get asked by people without locks is that all your real hair, or is that all your hair? The short answer is yes. The honest answer would be a little bit more complicated, but I don't always feel like going into it. The thing to remember is that I have extremely thick hair. I had almost always had extremely thick hair, aside from maybe when I was a baby, like 1 or 2 years old. So I don't feel like explaining to people that I had my locks combined and some of my locks had were reinforced with synthetic hair, because my hair is just as thick as it was before I had my locks combined. And you know, I've colored my hair, it hasn't affected that. It's like very, very, very little hair was added to my own hair to keep my combined locks in place. So if people ask me, is that all your real hair? I just say, yes, I like your braids, or do you have braids? Do you have locks? I don't get offended when they ask me if I have braids. I don't know why anyone would get offended. I just say, no, they're not braids, they're locks. Or I would say dreadlocks if someone looks like they don't understand the word locks, or it's going to confuse them. I just say, no, they're dreadlocks. I've never been asked if I can wash my hair. So that's a really great thing, because in the past, when I used to wear braid extensions, people would ask me that all the time. Can you wash your hair with those in? And of course you could wash your hair when you have braid extensions, and I'm just fortunate enough that no one's ever asked me to my face with my locks, can you wash your locks? Oh, my partner, his locks are very, very long. So a couple of people have asked me, more than a couple actually, if I started my locks because of him. And I was already locked for 1.5 years. Before I met him, my hair was probably up to here. So within 2 years, it grew about this much. But just because his is so much longer than mine, it's obvious that I haven't had mine for as long. And they asked me if I started it just because of him. The answer is no. Are they heavy? A couple of years ago, even in videos, I would say my hair is heavy. But I think I've just gotten used to it now. I mentioned in my last video that even in the summertime, when it's hot, I don't even wear my hair up all the time, because I'm just so used to my hair feeling the way it does, and maybe I'm used to feeling the feeling of it on the back of my neck. So heaviness and being hot isn't as much of an issue. The question is, how long have you had your hair like that? How long have you had your locks? And the short answer is 4 years. It'll be 4 years this coming January. Some people get a little bit confused because they think my hair looks longer than it should be. That's probably because I had been growing my natural hair for about 3 years before I started my locks. So when I say my hair was about this length at 1.5 years in locked, it was about that length like before I even started my locks. Like, it didn't seem to grow for like 1.5 years. So I started with relatively long hair, and eventually it grew. So this is maybe 4 years of being locked, but like 7 years of hair growth, because I did have almost bald, like shaved head before I went natural. So those are basically the questions I get asked on a regular basis. I'm interested in seeing the questions that you get asked by people that don't have locks, because here on YouTube, I follow a lot of people with locks. That's why I log in. I don't get people commenting on my videos if they don't have locks. I get kind of, there's a disconnect between those type of questions from other people. Thank you guys as always for watching, and I'll catch you later.